Hello, I'm Mayor Ted Bettencourt, and it's great to be with you today on State of the City. Today we're going to be discussing a very exciting project in our downtown, the Blackbox Theater, and we have a couple of special guests that are going to talk about what we are doing in our downtown. Certainly over the last few years, we as a city have made a significant investment in trying to revitalize our downtown and make it an area of pride for our city. We've done two projects over the last few years. The first one was our ArcWorks project, in which we worked to reconfigure Main Street. It had become kind of an area where very unsafe for pedestrians to walk around, very unsafe for people to park, and really was an unattractive area. We went to work through some ArcWorks money that we got from the state, but also city investment, to make that an area where we slowed down traffic, to try to make it safer for pedestrians to walk around, make it easier for cars to navigate, and we just really wanted to give it a better overall appearance. So we increased the number of trees, the lighting in the area. We put in new sidewalks, new crosswalks, and of course repaved the area. And I think it's something that has really added to our downtown. The second ArcWorks project we just wrapped up a short time ago, in which we reconfigured Peabody Square, putting in new lighting, new crosswalks, new sidewalks. We created an open plaza area in front of Peabody District Court, moving the monument over to that area to really open up the area. Made it more handicap accessible, and really, again, just beautified the area. And I think now we have a downtown that looks very nice, much more attractive in appearance, and is a safer area for everybody to go. But certainly something we've been working on is to try to bring destination spots to our downtown. And we're here today to talk about the Blackbox Theater. I want people to enjoy the city, its food, its music, its culture. And the Blackbox Theater is going to be a big part of that in the years ahead. Today I have with us Susan Ring Brown from Northeast Arc, who's just been a terrific partner for the city in so many ways. Certainly we'll be talking about today. But Susan, maybe if you can just talk a little bit about kind of where the idea came from and some of the efforts that have gone on by Northeast Arc to really bring this to fruition.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. Happy to be here. And Blackbox Theater, for folks who might not be familiar with the term, means it's a theater that's flexible space and could be as simple as 4 black walls. So we are really looking forward to providing this venue for the city for performing arts of all kinds and for special events that residents and local businesses may want to hold.
Great.
And the idea came as we have the ArcWorks Community Arts Center downtown, and a gallery for the whole community, and a gallery shop featuring as many as 50 local artists, and Northeast Arc's Shine Jewelry business and chair caning company there. What would complete the space to really round it out and let the community know this is really a resource for them to come and enjoy the downtown? And Councilor Gould, who chairs our Black Box Committee, was one of several who had suggested that perhaps the Black Box Theater would be a great addition to that space.
Mm-hmm.
So we have launched a campaign, which is a $500,000 campaign, and thanks to your leadership, we got to the first stage to raise $200,000 with city support and local foundation support, which brought us to our most recent phase, which was a patronicity campaign, an online crowdsourcing campaign, where we had over 200 local residents and businesses come together to help us secure a matching grant through Mass Development. And that additional $100,000 will let us do construction over the summer to start having performances in the fall.
Great. And this is very exciting for the city on so many levels. And I just wanted to briefly talk about Northeast Arc and the importance that it's meant to the city. And I'm going to ask you to speak a little bit about Northeast Arc in a moment. But we just a few months ago opened up Breaking Grounds, which was a venture that the city partnered with the Northeast Arc in order to bring a coffee shop right across the street from Peabody Library, and it's doing wonderfully. And it's been a great addition to the downtown. And this venture at the Blackbox Theater, again, another partnership between the city and Northeast Arc, and it's really working wonderfully. Those may be not familiar, it is right on Foster Street, number 22 Foster Street. It's the old post office building that is now Northeast Arc, and really a number of things that take place in there that you've mentioned. But can you maybe talk about the mission of Northeast Arc and the work that's being done?
Absolutely, thank you. So Northeast Arc supports kids and adults with disabilities and their families, and inclusion is a core value of ours. That is why we have been so excited to work with Mayor Bettencourt and city leaders and business leaders downtown to not just ask what the community and the government can do for Northeast Arc, but how we can work together to reach our shared goals for the downtown and for the city of Peabody and the folks that we support. So it's been our great honor to operate Breaking Grounds as an employment training center for people with developmental disabilities. And if you have stopped by Breaking Grounds, you'll see our hosts who are learning different aspects of food service, customer service, running a register, and preparing for new full-time opportunities beyond Breaking Grounds. So we've been excited to have as many as 6 local host trainees who have already begun to move on to more permanent placements.
Great.
And the theater holds a similar value and excitement for us in being able to offer yet another opportunity for expression, both for the folks that we support and for the community as a whole. So we're looking forward to bringing music, theater, comedy, and dance, poetry, you name it, any kind of performing art, production and special events to benefit the community and complement the gem that we have in the Wigan Auditorium here at City Hall.
Terrific. And that's wonderful, and this is exciting. Over the last 6 months, we've added 3 new restaurants to the downtown, Breaking Grounds being one of them. We consider a restaurant, and I know we recently had a visit from Governor Baker at Breaking Grounds, and I know there's been a number of musical performances. I think actually Chris Ryder is going to be performing shortly at Breaking Grounds, which will be wonderful. Maybe we'll see how that turns out. But it's really been a great addition, and now the Blackbox Theater, I really see is going to be an anchor for our downtown and another big step for us in our revitalization efforts. And now we have Matt McGavro here today with us. Matt is a student at Emerson College, a Peabody High School grad, and somebody who works at City Hall with us when he's not in school. And he's just been a wonderful employee, wonderful person. And I know we've done a couple of events, Matt. Maybe you can talk about one that we just recently did over at the Blackbox Theater.
Of course. Well, thanks for having me. So yes, recently on June 24th, we did a benefit for the Black Box. It was organized by Stage 1 alumni. Stage 1 is the drama club up at the high school, one of the most popular after-school programs there up at PVMHS. And some alumni got together, and we decided that we sort of wanted to have a de facto reunion of sorts, and then we said, well, why not give back to the community at the same time? And we organized about 6 performances, all Peabody High grads except for one of them is a current Peabody High student, and we had a pretty good turnout, and people, the proceeds from tickets went to the Patronicity campaign. We were lucky enough to announce that we reached our $50,000 goal, so we can then get a $50,000 match from the state. And the event was great. It was a little hot in there. Next time we get in there, though, I think it's going to be air conditioned, so that'll be good. It'll be great.
It was a wonderful night. I was fortunate enough to be in attendance at that evening, and it was really special to me to see. I've always felt that Peabody really gives back, and we have people who really care for our community, and people that have pride in our city. And to see the former students, the Stage 1 members, the alumni, to come and perform, and to help us in our fundraising efforts was really special. It's amazing. I've always felt like Peabody High School is just tremendous talent and so many wonderful kids that offer so much. And to see them, and I've seen them perform a number of times, and every time I just really enjoy it. It was a great evening, and I wanted to thank you, and maybe you can talk about a couple of the other people that really helped you with that night. Yeah,
well, obviously, Friends of the Black Box, under Tom Gould's leadership and Susan's leadership and Tim Brown at Northeast Arc, obviously the help of all the committee members was really amazing. But also we had some other alumni help organize. Kendra Simone, who graduated in 2015, Marissa Morton, who graduated also in 2015. It was great to have them on board, and it was good because we have some people who were also working sort of remotely for us, but they were, they're away at college, but just as interested in getting involved. And it was, like I said, it was a great turnout, and I think it was good to get everybody in the space and just really cultivate a relationship with people, because there's, as you touched on, there's a lot of talent in Peabody, and I think we can really capture that and give them an opportunity in a space here.
Great. Yeah, and I wasn't sure when I first learned about the Blackbox Theater idea. I really wasn't sure. I had to go see it, and there was performance Love Letters that Susan maybe you could speak to in a moment. That was kind of our first attempt at moving this project along. but really has been embraced by so many people across our city. You mentioned Councilor Gould, who has just been a part of so many things in our city, very giving person. He's taken the leadership role in this. Councilor Pete McGinn, Councilor Dave Gravel, so many from our city council and elected officials, Tom Walsh, really stepped up to make this a project that we really want to accomplish. I also did want to make mention, Susan, you mentioned there was a $100,000 grant from the city of Peabody. I did want to mention that came through our Community Development Authority, which we're very fortunate in the city of Peabody to have. Not many cities have that, where we have a loan program and a grant program that we can give money to local businesses that are starting up or looking to expand. Very generous terms, really to try to assist expansion, to bring more employment opportunities, to bring more foot traffic to the downtown, which is really the goal, and certainly a big part of Blackbox Theater. The efforts there is to create employment opportunities for some of our local artists and others, and also just to bring more foot traffic down to Peabody, create more destination spots. And I really feel that the city has embraced that, and we have so many people working hard on that. But maybe, Susan, maybe you can talk about that first event we had, Love Letters. I was there as well. It was a great event. We probably had 100, 125, maybe even 150 people at that event. Maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
It was wonderful, and I think the 3 events that we've had are good examples of the types of performances people can expect to see at the Black Box. We had Love Letters for Valentine's Day. John Archer and his friends put on a terrific show, 2 people on a stage reading love letters from over the years, and it was a tremendous performance. We sold out and packed the house.
Yeah.
That was a terrific production. Ted Neary and the Accidentally on Purpose improv troupe put on an improv evening for us and brought a lot of laughs to the downtown. So we thank Ted Neary and his colleagues. That was tremendous. And then again, thank you so much to Matt Magaro and to the Stage 1 alumni for the incredible musical performances that we had on Saturday evening. And as you mentioned, the great news from Gravock, our friends who brought us over $50,000 to secure that matching grant from Mass Development. So there's such tremendous energy in the city. We've seen it from the city leaders following the mayor's leadership on this role, and from business leaders, the Chamber of Commerce, Peabody Main Streets. There really is tremendous energy coming together, everyone working towards our shared goals for the downtown and for the residents.
Well said, Susan. And I did want to just go back and touch on a point, because so many generous people have put forward funding for this project, donations. And Kathy and Dave Gravel, City Councilor Gravel and his wife Kathy, they have Gravock Corporation, one of the strong businesses here in the city of Peabody, and they really kicked in the final money to make this a reality and to get that, as Matt said, that additional $50,000 from the state. So I did want to recognize Dave and Kathy, who've always been very giving in our community, and it's been wonderful to see just people stepping up across our city to make this happen. And so now I think, with the additional money, I think that puts us over 300,000. And maybe what would be the next step? Is it just some of the construction work that's going to be taking place, and maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So we're planning over we're planning out the construction schedule, and look forward to starting to have events in the fall. The last piece of the campaign to raise additional funds will be to outfit the space with seating and lighting and sound. I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize Joey Nicotera from Retonica, who has provided very cool lighting. If you check out the Facebook page from the event on Saturday night, and for all of the events that we've held thus far. He has been helping us plan, along with Corey Jackson and other people who have expertise in the theater and what local troops are looking for. But we're looking forward to starting to have productions in the space this fall, and I'm very happy to say that one of the first events that we're having will be our annual awards ceremony, and that we look forward to presenting you, Mayor Bettencourt, with our Community Partner Award at that event. So we really have valued the opportunity to partner with the city and to follow your lead in the great things that are going on in Peabody Square. So very, very much looking forward to that event in October.
Well, thank you. That's very nice, and it was very easy to embrace this concept and this idea. And Northeast Arc, as I said, has just been a tremendous partner to us, and I really think downtown over the next few years, we're going to continue to just make great strides. And over the last few months, we've had a couple of community events in our downtown. The ice pub or the ice bar, which was about 5 degrees out, but we had about 500 people come down and enjoy a night out. And then also just recently we had an event where we had a pop-up pub right in the kind of the square area and our open plaza area in front of the courthouse. And I think we had up to 1,000 people during the course of the night come and enjoy themselves and see what we have here. And I really do believe that Peabody is on the move, and the downtown is going to be an area that is really going to be a source of pride for our community, and that's certainly what I want. And the Blackbox Theater, this exciting project, the community theater project, is something that's going to play a big role in that. So very excited about the months and years ahead. And it was great to have both of you. Matt, thank you for all your work. You continue to help us. And Susan, as you said, you've been a tremendous partner with us. So it's great to have you here to talk about this project. And maybe we'll be back in the months ahead and kind of give an update as to where we stand and once the construction's taking place.
We'd love that.
Great.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So again, thank you. Nice to have you here on listening to State of the City. We'll be back shortly with some other updates in the weeks ahead, some other exciting projects that are taking place. And just continue, hopefully, to enjoy the city of Peabody, what we have to offer. Please always reach out if you have ideas or thoughts, but we're going to keep working hard for you and for the city of Peabody. Thank you and good night.